What's going on, guys? I want to welcome you back. We got a brand new card today in Snap, and it's all about 6-cost cards. Usually everybody's favorite cost in Marvel Snap, as they're equipped with some of the most impactful power slams and abilities in the game. And today's new card, Valentina, is the queen of them. Now, she's going to allow you to play them as early as turn 3, but is she a token trap? Is she worth buying? I got to play a lot of her, as I was the one that tested her for Marvel Snap's channel. You guys can go check out that video if you want to as well. But first, who is Valentina? She's known with the full name La Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Oh my god! She learned the intricacies of the spy world at a young age from her parents and would later go on to become a formidable triple agent for international spy and terrorist organizations. Look, I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know there could be like a triple agent. Can it just keep going? Can there be like a quadruple agent? Now, she served as a high-ranking agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and she quickly gained nobility in S.H.I.E.L.D. for being instrumental in many operations, such as the reformation of S.H.I.E.L.D., securing the Infinity Formula for Fury, and ultimately, she steps into Fury's role when he goes missing as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. until he returns. After years of lies, the true allegations emerged, and in the attempt to revive Leviathan after decades of dormancy, she impersonates things like Madame Hydra to infiltrate the High Council of the Hydra. Now, La Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine's abilities consist of superb hand-to-hand combat, a brilliant marksman with firearms of most kinds, and excellent leadership and strategist on combat missions in the field. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Valentina Allegra de Fontaine is a very different character, and there's really no indication that she worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. really ever, or had a romantic past with Nick Fury. Although we do know that she serves as the director of the CIA in the MCU, and in addition, we saw her sending Yelena Belova on a mission to kill Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, at the end of Black Widow. Now, La Contessa I don't really care about her name. Those that grew up in the 90s and watched Seinfeld, she's known as Elaine to me. Now, in Marvel Snap, she's a 2-cost, 3-power card with the on-reveal ability of adding a random 6-cost card to your hand. However, she's going to give it -2 cost and -3 power. Now, jumping right into the star ratings, guys, I was able to play a lot of her as I did the initial testing and released the video on Marvel Snap's official channel. And we're going to break her down step by step, starting with the competitive factor. And she has a big ceiling, of course, but she's also equipped with a pretty low floor. And it hurts me to do this, but in a competitive scene, you will win games with her. But ultimately, I think I'm going to give her about a 2-star rating. She's great. She can serve other cards. She can really equip you with great win conditions. But also, she could give you a goose egg that you don't have a lot to do with. Now, that being said, that can happen with anything, right? Cable or Mirage, and the upside for Valentina is definitely there. So you could even give her a higher ranking than this. It'll be subject to your own RNG. But comparing her to another card, I would say Pixie is probably even better in terms of the randomness. This could age wrong. She could get better as time goes on. I would say in all of my playtesting, though, I just did not get enough impactful cards game after game, but the ones I did get, I was able to get pretty dang big cube wins. However, let's talk about the fun factor, and this is an absolute 5-star card in the fun factor. I don't think it gets more fun than having the access to a powerful 6-cost card as early as turn 3, and that is why you want to play Valentina, and that is why I'm going to be playing Valentina. You get to play her in decks like Loki, where you can use your opponent's cards, and ultimately, there's just a bunch of fun playing with all these cards you didn't even start with. In terms of flexibility, I think she's plenty flexible. She can go in just about any deck. You want to pair her up with cards like Devil Dinosaur and the synergy options we'll talk about, but I'm going to give her like a 4-star here. I mean, you can play her just about anywhere. Don't know if you want to, but she serves that purpose if you so choose. And then lastly, as far as the adjustment category, I'm hoping that maybe she'll get adjusted if she is underwhelming in terms of her overall stats. They've got a lot of knobs to adjust. I hate saying that all the time, but they do, right? -2 cost, -3 power, they can adjust. They can do the 2 cost and 3 power. There's a lot of different numbers and values for Valentina, so we might see a change ultimately. I'm going to give her about a 2-star here in likelihood that I think eventually she might get a tiny bump up in some capacity. Now, if you guys watched the Snapchat, you guys know Alex and I broke down all the cards that you can get from Valentina, and we ranked them in how good they're going to be in most situations. And we're not going to go through all of them again, but you can see from the tier list here that there's a lot of good card options from Valentina, and some of them are definitely game-changing, with others being circumstantial if you have Null and they're playing Destroy, or Leader and they've got Red Hulk. But for the most part, I would say there are more good options than bad options, some really good, and some like Apocalypse freaking bad, right? So ultimately, it's going to be up to your playstyle, what decks you go against, what meta you're in, and or rank. But there is a good amount, and if you take a look at the entire tier list here, I would say my personal favorites by far are going to be things like Magneto, Doctor Doom. Things like Odin and Onslaught in the right hands are also extremely powerful, or just good vanilla stat cards like the Hulk or Orca, which if you get Luke Cage, the pop-off is definitely there, and that's kind of what I want to talk about and lean into synergy. So when it comes to synergy with Valentina, this is where her competitive factor can go way up, right? And essentially, you have Luke Cage on the field and or Collector, Quinjet. You're definitely looking at a much better and way higher ceiling Valentina if the draw gods are there, right? Quinjet by far is probably the best card, giving you the ability to play some of these 6-cost cards on turn 3 or even better, just reducing it to 3 costs. Maybe you Moon Girl, maybe you do Valentina again to play 2 different 6-cost cards on the last turn of the game. Also here, obviously, Luke Cage is going to give you the surprise factor of restoring the power back to some of these big, powerful cards, or like Leader and Arnim Zola that go down in negative power. Taking a closer look, cards like Devil Dinosaur, Collector are also advantageous to play with her because she's serving more than just the role of randomly producing the 6-cost card. And then, of course, Loki is probably her best home. She's going to generate a card for Loki to swap, and also you can use the 6-cost card by the time you need to use Loki, or you simply just get rid of it and transfer it to probably a much better card. Now, other synergy options are things like Moon Girl. I had a lot of fun with copying really powerful cards like Red Hulk. Triggering her ability again and going extra greedy is just leaning into the fun factor. So Grandmaster, Absorbing Man, and Wong. And even things like Shadow King, where you can get rid of that negative power and then you can safely play some of those cards that have a bit more risk to them. Again, ultimately, if everything goes right, and for a lot of people, you're going to be like, this card is absolutely crazy. But at the end of the day, I think she's going to be a lot more fun than just pure competitive and powerful. Alrighty, guys, moving on to the deck portion. As you guys know, Valentina is plug-and playable, but we're going to move to a deck that's really going to help utilize Valentina and what she does, no matter what, to aid our quest in victory, and that is in Loki, of course. Now, we've got a lot of cards as win conditions. Of course, Cable and Valentina and Agent Coulson can give us a variety of random win conditions, but we have cards like the Collector that we can build up with Snowguard, Cable, Valentina, Agent Coulson, and Moon Girl. We can also Loki out and get our opponent's cards if nothing in our hand seem to work out in curve. All the generated cards, it's going to make Mockingbird most likely just dirt cheap, and we can play her nice and early. And we can always go with the Devil Dinosaur on turn 5 and boost him up with cards like Snowguard and Moon Girl and the other two I've mentioned before to help boost him up for surprising power. Of course, looking at some turn-by-turn scenarios, Quinjet's always going to be our #1 play. Snowguard I'd like to hang on to most of the time unless they did play Limbo or something, but we want to use her to get Collector up and or Devil Dinosaur. On turn 2, I'm going to aim to play the Collector unless I have Quinjet down. If we have Quinjet, we're going to go with Valentina. And depending on what she did give us, if it was in our tier list chart of like a B or up, we're either going to utilize that card or we're going to go ahead and play one of our other options. Now, really getting some great, just pure dopamine off Valentina. We're going to see if we can Moon Girl, Mockingbird, and then, of course, whatever card Valentina generated, especially if we have Quinjet down. We can have 2 copies that we can play both of them on turn 6, giving us turn 5 to do really whatever we want, whether that's Devil Dinosaur or even just playing our lower cost cards. To recap, guys, win conditions. We have Collector that can build up really easy and quickly and late in the battle. We have Loki to get out of just bad RNG holes, Cable to disrupt, Devil Dinosaur, of course, to put the big power up there, and then we have Mobius for the ultimate protection. Now, you might be wondering, why do we have Shadow King in here? And if you did look at the deck, I would say probably Shadow King and Mobius. Maybe Moon Girl are our flex cards, but Shadow King I like a bit better, actually, than Luke Cage. He's only 2 costs, and he's going to act offensively and defensively. We just have to make sure we don't put him where Collector is, but you can play him on top of the 6-cost card you generated with Valentina to ensure the power is restored. I think it's a huge bang-bang play, and I think Shadow King is a natural fit to work alongside Valentina. Of Of course, you can go with like the Kitty Pride package with this, with Elsa. That's kind of the hottest Loki deck these days. But I love the synergy between Devil Dinosaur, and it's just one of my favorite cards from the early days. Altogether, I think this deck just really minimalizes the RNG that these cards can cause. Has a lot of synergy going for it, and you guys are going to see that in today's battle. All right, we've got Gamma Lab. We have our Snow Guard early. Mockingbird's going to get discounted by each and every Hulk that we can play here. My gosh, look at this card generation. And Valentina for the final. Okay, so we're not going to be able to draw. I don't really care. Let's get Valentina down right now. Let's see what she can gift us here. Oh, baby. Beautiful. So our Mockingbird's going to be dirt cheap. Our Hulk is building up. He sees that. He already knows he's screwed. District X comes and ruins everything, but it's all good. We're going to go with the bear. With the bear now. We could snap. He's probably just going to leave, so we're going to just play this left side. Now, there's a good shot. He gets our coin jet. There's a good shot. Yo, never mind. He doesn't. It's District X. He gets our wasp. I forgot. And just an absolute ridiculous start here. Can get the Red Hulk down right now. I'm thinking we're going to go Goose here to prevent Shang-Chi. Mockingbird here. I mean, this is the most snappable game. We'll keep a minute for now. We're going to hope that that prevents...
Wind, aid my hand.
So he would have to play a 12 or higher. I think maybe he was hoping he could Shang-Chi that. That's not going to be the case. And then we've got our Red Hulk that we can split up if we want to here. Let's look at our options. Yeah, this is good. I'm thinking we go doubles here, and then we can play Red Hulk alongside, I don't know, Psylocke if we want to. But that way, like, we know we don't have to worry about Shang-Chi over here on the right side. Okay, so left side is good and dandy so far. Throw the Red Hulk down is going to win that middle. He'd have to play tremendous power there. This, to me, screams game, set, match, and Valentina coming in with mega worth here in the Red Hulk. Again, that ceiling's high. Let's see if this guy... I mean, he played technically the right cards here. He goes Baron again. We don't even know what's in our own deck. Okay, well, we won all three, so he got a U.S. agent from our deck. Got a little bit of value.
Victory.
And played a Star-Lord over here. So, GG, and what a game. Alrighty, guys, we have Dark Dimension, and I kind of love this location with Snow Guard, right? Because we could build up our Devil Dinosaur and or Collector later on in the game. We have Valentina, and we have Quinjet. So let's Valentina right off the rip here. See what she gives us. Helicarrier. Okay. If we get Shadow King, we're actually in business here. And with the Shuri's Lab, you love to see it. Do we go Quinjet or Mobius? Yeah, we'll go Mobius. That's fine. Let's go Mobius right side for now. There's the Shadow King. So we're for sure just going to play Helicarrier right here. I know we've got the Quinjet. Probably should look into playing that. But honestly, just with the way everything's going, we're going to play this in the dead mid. And then what we can do is we can just Shadow King that and just get maximum profit there. We do have the Mockingbird that we can play now. We also have Loki into Quinjet, and we'll have a few options, but we would lose our Shadow King. So I think we're actually, as weird as it is, we're going to go just with Mockingbird here. And just trying to decide if I want to double her or just go over here. I think we're going to play this right here because we can always Shadow King all this. This won't matter. I really like this play. I think it's very interesting. Okay, we got the Vision, and then there's Devil Dino. So, few options to go with here. So we're going to Shadow King this for sure. Odds are we're probably looking at like a Shang-Chi happening over here. So I'm going to play Moon Girl just to go to 8. So if a Shang-Chi does come, it's not the end of the world. This is going to go to 10, 12, 14. Yeah, 10, 12, 14, and then we'll take the minus hits. But if he moves this Vision, we're actually going to Shadow King it down because obviously the movement happens first. which is insane. We're hoping he moves that vision to the middle, and we are using Shadow King in tandem with the Helicarrier. He does move it middle. We reset everything, and we're going to just hope that we can survive this. We know we're going to probably get Shang-Chi'd. What else do we have here? Shang-Chi coming right at you. That's why we played the 8, and he'd have to play 7 or higher to at least tie. Or no, more so, but it doesn't matter. We got the Soul Stone. Playing a Thanos deck, too. What the hell? And we are good to go, guys. Unless he plays, I don't know. No idea what this could be. Xandar, okay. There's really nothing that this could be that would kill us. Although that Cole's kind of nice. All right. Nice win there, and a cool way to kind of showcase the Helicarrier.
Victory.
Hit with the Shadow King. A lot of fun. Okay, we've got Gavin and Cable Quinjet. Love the start. Let's try to fill up this Asteroid M ASAP. Vibranium Mines, Devil Dino. We're going to cable out as soon as possible. We take an Infinite from this guy. Is he playing Hela? Yep. And Eternity Range. Sure thing, man. We'll go with Mobius now. We don't need to play anything else. Mobius is going left side anyway. He's going to get zapped over there. Most likely whatever he plays does the same. It is Blade, so never mind. Free Mockingbird discount. There's the Valentina. Hello. And probably not the smartest play, but I want to play her right now. We're going to go Valentina and Snow Guard. Play them both right side because we can. We're going to get a Galactus here, guys. I can feel it. Oh my god, we got him! What the hell? That was insane. Let's go! Yo. Yo. Okay. I still think we're going to lose because this isn't a great play against Hela, really, either way. But it is a play. It is a play because we could go Devil Dino. Like, either way, the Hela play's huge, but we have to do it for the content, people. For the content. Okay, here we go. Ask and you shall receive. Galactus from the Valentina.
Kneel before Galactus.
He's beautiful. Gavin's in shambles. Shambles. Goodbye, friends. Yo, so if this guy still has Hela, we probably lose, right?
Opponent.
Yeah. He's gotten rid of Hulk and Black Cat. Not looking great. Not looking great. Although we could put up a hell of a fight. We could put up a hell of a fight, guys. We have to just stick with it for the content. I didn't even count. What do we have? 13 plus 4. We have 19. He's going to put up 21 plus a lot more than that. Yep. Hello.
Minions to me.
Hello, friend. Congratulations on your win. But did you win the content play? You didn't. You didn't. That was me. That belongs to me. I get my 3rd place badge. I'm like the guy on the gift that's biting the medal in the 3rd place. I'll take it, though, man. That was too good. All right, Jeff, 20. We have Snow Guard, Mobius, Valentina. With no collector, I almost don't even hate the early Snow Guard for the potential Mockingbird play, but we're going to hang out for now. Bugle, we give him our best card in the deck. That's a bummer. It's okay, though. We did get Collector. We don't have... It's probably a good idea to play Collector right now, and then we'll play Valentina next turn. He plays Valentina. What the heck is he doing with the Black Panther? Let's go with Valentina right now, left side, and we'll also play our Snow Guard. We're gonna get what, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna cap our hand. Who cares? We're going with the who cares mentality because whatever this is, we're playing it anyway, right? Onslaught, fantastic. Man, he's gonna fear that double Mobius. Devil Dinosaur is gonna be monstrous. Let's play down Onslaught right now. We could snap, but we want to see it. We'll hang out.
My mighty hand.
Mr. Negative, Valentina. Love to see it, buddy. Love to see it. There's the Shadow King. So we can actually restore him back to normal. Get the Devil Dinosaur back in action. Here's the thing, though. Whatever he plays, whatever he ends up playing, we're just going to Shadow King. Like, whatever his Mr. Negative play is. It would have to be right here.
Wakanda forever!
Which it's not. So he probably has, if I were to guess, he probably has Arnim Zola in his brain. He's going to move this over and play Arnim Zola over here, which is a great play. We're going to win this lane already, and I think Shadow King alone can win this. I think this is good. If he has Shang-Chi, we lose, but I think this should be enough to beat him here. Let's see what he does. Shut that down. Play that.
Hail Hydra!
Read that guy like a book, but he could have
Wakanda forever!
Null here. It's Mystique. It's Ironheart. Doesn't matter. We won, man. That was awesome. Even with, like, really good draw,
Victory.
we ended up taking that guy down. That was sweet, man. What a game. Okay, Tiki Boom is our opponent. We have a fantastic opening here with Snow Guard, Valentina. Typically, we want to save the Snow Guard for the Collector, and I think we're going to do that as, like, a surprise with Devil Dinosaur. So we do have our Valentina. This is our first game in, and we have the Wrath. So 2 times that the 6-cost gods could screw us, but we're going to go ahead and just get a nice little Dr. Doom to open things up here. Certainly we're not going to get something like Heimdall. They've got Valentina too. Hello. There's no fucking way. She heard exactly what I didn't want and just completely screwed us, guys. Color me sad. That's okay, though. That's fine. We're going to go super 5-et here. We're going to play all 3 of these, right? And then we're going to finish by playing Heimdall on the Raft to seal it. Move to the hard-to-play location. Pure profit. Pure profit. Looks like he's doing the same thing, though. Tiki Boom. All right, guys, listen. We're going to win with a Heimdall. That's all we need. It's all we need anyway. Really don't want that stupid Kitty Pride, but that's okay. Let's get Heimdall in. We're going to play Heimdall now. Wait a second. Oh my god, it's gonna go left, and then Bifrost is gonna put it right back in the middle. You gotta be kidding me.
See the way.
Yo, Heimdall, you're worthless, bro. Alright, at least we still open up a slot, though. We still open up a slot, so all is fine. That's madness. I think that might be the first time I've ever done that, because whenever I played Heimdall that early with Bifrost revealing, that's hysterical. I do have a Lithe here to play. I'm actually loving what we got going on over here. We got the Devil Dino that we could just play, you know, really wherever. We're going to go Devil Dino right side. And we could play here, but I'm just going to snap on this. He can move the Jeff. That's, you know, is what it is. I guess we have to worry about that a little bit. He might move Jeff left side and then play something here. We're going to snap. I love the free Alliance here. We both have 6-cost cards that can dramatically change the game. But, you know, I got Heimdall. Who knows what they have? Okay. Just the Mockingbird. Okay, so all has gone according to plan, guys. We can simply play a Lithe mid, kill at least the text of anything. And then if we just went for, like, pure raw stats, no matter which way we look at it, I think 7 is the best we can get. We get 5, 6. Yeah, 7's pretty much the best we could get. I feel pretty good here. We're going to erase whatever this is. If he spreads out his cards well enough, we're pretty screwed. Our Devil, we have plenty of chances to lose this depending on whatever he got from both the Raft in there. But, okay, we're going to beat the Jeff. Hopefully, whatever we just torched in the middle matters, especially because they have less power, right? From the Valentina, potentially. Shang-Chi. Goodbye, Devil Dinosaur. And can these cards hold? Let's effing go. What a freaking game. Heimdall. I'm actually going to give the MVP to Heimdall.
Victory.
For the back and forth. I think that was just like definitely play of the game. This guy trademarked Steve. Is that legal? We've got Agent Coulson, Mobius, Shadow King, Valentina. Actually love the opening hand here. Aunt May's. Sure thing. Do we want to use... We're going to play Valentina left side. Hopefully we get something we could play into Aunt May's for maximum profit from her. Yo, no way. No freaking way. And the coolest part is we could reset him with Shadow King, or we could just play him in Aunt May's. Even crazier, we have cloning vats. What the hell? Okay, so we're gonna do nothing, obviously, so we can play him down. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, he's probably gonna do another one of those. Fine with me. Slap down this baby. Oh no! What a weird game this is. Shadow King's gone. A little bit sad.
Oh, so happy.
We were going to utilize him. Now we don't have to. Okay, so are we just going to skip and play? I mean, dude, there's a lot of things. We could play Devil Dinosaur, but he would move to ILO Silence. So because of that, it's a little bit awkward. Collector into Agent Coulson. And then we can always play, Devil Dinosaur later in the middle now if we need to.
Oh, snap.
I mean, I think he's going to just be aiming to play potentially Galactus. Okay. He's going to send that one down. We're just going to go Devil in the middle here. He's out of here.
Victory.
Beautiful and Infinite for the win with Valentina. Okay, Savage Land's going to help out our Mockingbird big time. We have our Quinjet down early too, and potentially getting a Valentina on curve would be fantastic. Hotel Inferno, we'll take it. So long as I already know in my gut that this is going to just delete Valentina on my side. I can feel it. It's going to sniper right from the deck, or Mockingbird, right? Here goes. Worse. They took down my Coulson. All right, there's Cable. Let's play him down. Get some card generation. We build up Collector. We get the Quinjet discount on. Armor. That goes with Maw. There she blows. There's Valentina. Let's go Valentina. Maybe Armor here. We don't really know what we're about to get, but we can go like Devil Dinosaur. Let's just keep everything safe here in the middle, though. Yo, Blob. Okay, if we don't get Mockingbird, Blob's actually pretty good here. So Blob's 14, but we got the -3 on him, so he's a little less than that. I think, dude, that's plenty for Blob. We kind of have to play him like right now, though, or we go. Yeah, we're gonna play Blob now, and it's like a decent amount of power. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. We can go here. I'm thinking we go left side. He's really just depending on nothing. And then the Shadow King is a waste, but we just play it now because why not? Yeah, let's do that. We don't want to. I think the Blob goes back down to 0. We don't want to do that. Shadow King doesn't work with Blob. That would be only good with Luke Cage, I guess. But we get up to 13. Okay. All right, War Machine. I was expecting a Spectrum deck, but there's that. I'm pretty sure this will just win it. He'd have to win a lot of lanes here, but let's see what this guy's got in store.
Hello. Can you understand me?
Okay, not quite, but good play on that guy. And yeah,
Victory.
use the Blob Valentina, get the dubs, I'll take it. So I think overall, like, my opinion on Valentina is, I think she's a fun card. She's good. She has a higher ceiling, and sometimes I feel like I definitely, like, won the game because of her. Other times it's just because of what the deck does well. I still am going to stick her around like a 2.5 probably, which seems low, but I'm just kind of trying to, like, average all the aggregate games together of RNG, and that's probably where she's going to end up. Could go way up, like I said, but if you have Cable and you don't think this is fun, or you don't want to, waste tokens on her, definitely you can wait, and I'm sure, she's going to have a lot of banger art coming in the future, so she'll be in a spotlight eventually. But that's my review. I think she's a ton of fun. One of my new favorite cards, quite honestly, just because of the fun factor, but overall not like a necessity, and we go into a new season either way next week. So anyway, guys, that's the review on Valentina. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hey, there's a button down there that's red. You can make it gray by clicking it. It means a lot. We're climbing. We're climbing slowly, guys. Helps, helps grow the channel, feed the family, all the good stuff. All right, have a good one. Have a great one. Till the next one. Happy snapping. Good luck with the 6-cost RNG.